he got 12, but he only took 3 with him to show a deeper level of intimacy with him. Everybody should know where you live. And at least if they know where you live, they should not be able to walk across your door. Folks say, don't invite nobody to your house. No, because I don't need nobody in my house that don't understand me and don't understand my kids. Sometimes my kids put dishes in the sink. And I have to fuss at them, get these dishes out of here. But you know what? You got to be careful when you bring folks to your house and the kids done left the dishes in there. And they go out and say, I went to that house, the thing was filled up with dishes. And I looked on the floor and the floor had bits. I don't need them folks at my house. I need somebody that'll come in and pick the broom up and get a vacuum cleaner and get some dishwashing liquid and say, let me help you clean this house up. That's what a confidant will do. A confidant will help you get to where you going. They will not talk about you while you're trying. Anybody listening to me tonight? What I'm trying to tell you is God's trying to get you into a place where you can realize and recognize. You got to watch this. You got to recognize who's who in your life. Put the message together. Y'all just getting a piece of it tonight. She titled, what kind of friends do you have in your life? What kind of friends do you have in your life? So now you got the confidant. Where the people at? Where those that got confidants in here? Confidants. Confidants. You know what a confidant is? A confidant will fight for you. The confidant ain't gonna let nobody say nothing about you. I don't care if they ain't gonna let them say nothing. They'll tear somebody up for you. You know a confidant says, what you say? Who you talking about? A confidant will get you, and they'll get somebody quicker for messing with you than actually messing with them, because they can deal with folks. But you don't, that's my friend. You are not just when, see, sometimes you got friends with you in their face. But I'm talking about real confidence. Some of you done confused them. Here, and Jesus had James, had John, and had Peter. We considered to be confidants. He allowed them to experience a level of himself that no other disciple experienced.
Come on.
What's that second person? Constituent. A constituent is a person that's not for you.
Come on, come on.
But they're what you for. Let me make that. They're not for you. Yeah. They are what you are for. Okay, let me make it plain to you. They are not for you, but what you got going on, that's what they're for. And one thing you got to watch out with a constituent, because when you'll get them mixed up with a confidant in a minute, and you'll get them mixed up, and you'll go to telling the constituent all of your stuff. They'll try to boot you and do it without you. Oh, I'm going somewhere with this. I'm talking about a constituent.
Talk about
it. You got to understand. You got to understand. They look at somebody and tell them they're not for you.
They're not for you.
But they're for what you are for.
But they're what you are for.
See. They're only what you are for. They're not for you.
That's right. True.
Constituent. You know. You got it going, and they rolling with you. They'll march with you. They'll stand with you. They'll talk with you. They'll praise with you. They'll worship with you. Now y'all understand that I'm giving you some of the same characteristics of a confidant. According to Genesis chapter number 3, said that the serpent was more cunning than anything that God created. See, you gotta watch this. You gotta watch this. A constituent looks just like a weapon. They look just like them. They stand right beside you. Pastor, let's get it done. I'm with you, man. Let's do this. with you because you got it going on right now. See, but one thing about this person that we call a constituent, they will jump ship eventually. You got to watch this when I tell you this, because they are not for you. See, so many times we're thinking people that are standing with us are actually with us. No, they're standing with you, but they're not for you. They're not for you. So what happens is they are for what you are for. So the moment that somebody else comes along that can get them there a little bit quicker than you, they're going to jump ship. And now they're going to be with them. But they're not with them. They just what they are for. Are y'all listening to me? See, there are some folks that are not really with you. And eventually they will come out from you.
Come on.
So it may be manifest that they were never for you. Oh, God, help me tie this up together. I don't know if I'm going to get back to Luke. Somebody needs to walk up out of here tonight and understand what kind of folks do you got hanging around you? Who do you got standing beside you? Are they confidant or are they constituents? Are they not for you and just for what you are for? That means you're on the way to Hollywood and they want to get to Hollywood. And right now ain't nothing moving in that direction faster than you. So they're going to stay with you and they're going to keep that thing cracking until somebody else come along that's moving a little bit faster than you, that's shining a little bit more than you, that's got a bigger crowd behind them than you, that's got something going on that you ain't got. They hopping ship. Why? Because they're only constituents. They were never for you. See, constituents are church members. That as long as you put it down and as long as you are for what you are for and you are for what they for, they're with you. But the moment that you're no longer for what they are for, they're jumping ship on you. And you know what? You got to understand. You got to understand that God puts folks in your life for season. And when their season is up in your life, you got to be able to stand back. You can't get mad. You can't be getting upset because somebody left you and went to another ministry, or somebody left you and went to another relationship. You got to be able to stand there and say, God give him and God take him. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Some of you got to take some lessons on waving goodbye. Some of you got to go in the mirror and start striking a pose on the smile that you're going to give when somebody walk away from you. Because one thing you can believe, that a confidant will never leave you. That's why God said, I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. Lord, I'll be with you always, even until the ends of the earth. I'll go down with you. I'll get back up with you. Why? Because I'm with you. I am your confidant. I'm your guide. I'm your protector. You can tell me everything. He said, bring all your stuff to me and I'll bear it in the heat of it. Lay it down at my feet. He said, take my yoke upon you.
Preach up.
To me. There's another fella. So Jesus knew. He knew that the 70 could not handle him.
Come on.
So he said, I can't take him up there.
Uh-huh.
And I can't take the 12 with me neither. Y'all stay right here. Let me get 3 out of the 12. I ain't lost yet. I'm more intimacy, being more intimate with Jesus. See, some of you messed up and don't even understand about intimacy. Being intimate with somebody has nothing to do with you sleeping with them.
Come on, teach.
Can you imagine? Came in this church and I was sitting there. Deacon Boyd was laid in my chest and I was holding him. I wonder what some of y'all would say. I seen Pastor, he had Deacon Boyd. I don't know, almost looked like they was kissing because that's what somebody would say. And they was just hugged up. And he didn't even care. I came in and he kept hugging. Well, what would you say if you came in and mother had another woman that was maybe her age laying in her bosom?
Come on.
What would you say? See, because you don't even understand this. You don't understand what I'm talking about. Intimacy with Jesus. You gotta understand. You gotta understand, but I know you don't understand. There was a woman in the Bible by the name of Ruth. See what my Bible folks said. She had a daughter-in-law. But then she had two daughter-in-laws. There was one by the name of Naomi.
Come on, come on.
Well, what was the other one name? Oprah? Huh? Yeah. You're trying to help me. So Ruth had daughter-in-laws, didn't she? Or did Naomi have daughter-in-laws? I'm just messing with y'all tonight. You got to remember that the book was about the daughter-in-law, not the mother.
Right.
And she had how many daughters-in-laws? She had two. One of their name was Ruth, and the other one was what? Oprah. Now somebody got to watch this now. Oprah decided what? Ain't nothing else I can do. What am I supposed to do? When Naomi said, look, what are you staying here for? Should I have another child? And you wait till my child get grown and then married? I ain't got no more time left. Is there anybody ever felt like you were running out of time? Time was against you. And what you have already done, you can't do it again. I want to let somebody know I serve a God that'll stop time. Anybody, somebody shout time.
Time.
So Oprah, she came to the end of her rope. I'm going to tell you back here. She dropped her head and she walked away. Because you get a chance to read Ruth, her time in the story was over.
Come on.
And there was no need of Ruth and Naomi trying to resurrect something that was dead. She made up her mind, I'm going back home. I'm going bitter, I'm going broken, but I'm going. And how many know that sometimes when folks gotta go, you just gotta let them go? And here, watch what happened. But the Bible says that Ruth declared to Naomi, so as the Lord live, I will not leave you. This would mess up some church folks, because this girl here was borderline, according to the church folks, she was borderline lesbian here, because I'm talking about this intimacy that they shared with one another. She was a poet in her own right. You got to understand that when she said to Naomi, I'm not going to leave you, that was something deeper than flesh. There was a spiritual connection here. Is there anybody here that ever had a kindred spirit, a spirit connection? You ain't never touched a person, you ain't never hugged a person, but something on the inside is drawing them to you. That's what I'm talking about. I want to talk about this intimacy with Jesus.